AR update with booze. I went back out to the range with a new mag. This is just a regular 5.56 mag, nothing crazy. The 300 blackout mags aren't here yet. Not that I really expect them to do a lot of good anyway, but we'll test them when they come in. For now, I picked this up and the first mag through it, it hung up like it was. Did the same kind of thing. As it progressed though, it seemed to have kind of went away. I don't know. I can't say for sure yet, but there towards the end, I was shooting groups because I was sighting in the red dot, and I'd put in 3 or 4 rounds at a time and it would get through them all just fine. So yeah, I'm not real sure. May have alleviated itself, may not. I'm not real sure yet. Now on to accuracy. I shot a whole bunch of groups at 25 yards. This is with 125 grain supersonic ammo, factory trigger with a 2 MOA dot. What that means with the dot is that the dot itself, the reticle in the optic, is 2 MOA. MOA is minutes of angle. So if you have a 1 MOA grouping, just say, a 1 MOA dot, a 1 MOA circle, whatever, at 100 yards, you're shooting 1-inch groups. So if you're shooting 1 inch at 100 yards, it's 2 inches at 200 yards, 5 inches at 500 yards, so on and so forth. That would be a 1 MOA group. So a 2 MOA dot is kind of a big dot, and it's gonna affect your accuracy, kind of. What you see, as far as the dot itself goes, you can imagine something as small as you want, but it's tricky because the dot itself is however big, and then you have a little bit of lens flare kind of thing going on, and it's not magnified or anything so it makes shooting anything beyond, say, 25, maybe 50 yards really, really tough. This isn't a magnified optic either. It's 1x, just a straight through kind of deal. It's meant to be co-witnessed, where you use both eyes so you can see what's going on around you while you look through the optic. And with a dot that big, you're not going to be shooting that far anyway. So I went and shot 25 yards just to see how well it did, and I was pretty impressed. It actually shot pretty well. I'll superimpose that over here for you guys so you can see a nice picture of it without glare and all that weird stuff. But the one on the bottom left corner was the first one that I did. It was a little bit high, a little bit to the left. So I adjusted, and the one on the bottom right was the next one that I did. And yeah, they're all dead center. I did another group, top right corner, jerked that one a little bit, and there were a couple others a little bit wonky, wasn't real sure what's going on there. Shot the one in the top left corner, and again, got a little bit wider of a group and was like, okay, I gotta quit screwing around with it. Did the one in the middle, and I was like damn near dead center. Now, that may not look too bad, and for the intended purpose of this rifle, it's really not. I'll never shoot this thing further than 25 yards as it sits, with no magnification, the big dot. I would never do that anyway. But that being said, that little tiny bit, like if you're looking at the middle square, that square is 4 square inches. And I'm just say about a 1/2 inch to the right and a 1/2 inch up-ish, something like that, overall for the grouping. You go out to 100 yards, this was 25 yards, so you have to multiply that by 4. That grouping is gonna spread out a lot. Not having a real stock on a rifle makes a big difference. But again, for what this is, for its intended purpose, I was very pleased. It will serve its purpose very well. So next video will be magazines, and I got some other little trinkets and stuff I'll show you guys that I put on, and I have a really, really cool add-on coming very soon. So be sure to like, share, subscribe, and all that happy horse shit so you don't miss it. I will talk to you soon.